for various application including hydrogen generation as well as for water purification. So I'll be covering one organic catalyst, that is pentasyncunone, and couple of polymers and their nanocomposite with some results that we got. So we all know that this all type of non-renewable energy sources, coal, oil, they are going to vanish in some days. So and they are going to vanish as well as they are producing a harmful greenhouse gases when we are burning them. So there is a problem, and if you notice somewhere on the social media or even on news that this type of polar ice cap is having a area of a very big city, it got rupture from this whole ice. So that's why there is a problem, and we have to overcome to this type of using of non-renewable energy sources. Again, there is one more problem is that, so if you clearly see, this is the world's map, and very few countries those are rich with these non-renewable energy sources, right? So as they are going to empty, there might be a world's unrest will follow within some like period of time, and that's why these two are very big challenge among the human being, and scientific community is working on them. They found that here use of solar energy or hydro energy, wind energy, which are comes under the renewable energy sources, and they are just freely available, and if we use them, they will be giving us a pollution free type of many applications. So for today's topic, I want to discuss a photocatalysis as one of the application, where a number of problems which we are facing, like air cleaning, then agriculture wastewater, that can be cured by using this photocatalysis, and for that purpose we are required some semiconducting material. It might be polymer, it might be organic material, and to degrade few dyes. So earlier speaker talked about lot of dyes with other application, and here we can just degrade them, or we can just produce a some useful gas. So there are like different type of uh, applications, and under photocatalysis I am going to focus on production of hydrogen by means of water, by means of H2S, and degradation of harmful these gases. So now this hydrogen is uh, when we are producing it, it is having a number of application. So many applications are there now in India also. Some of the vehicles they are running on this hydrogen gas on trial basis, and all over the world some buses and public vehicles they are running on this hydrogen. But why to degrade this H2S? Why to split it? Because we already know that H2S is the large amount of waste that is being generated from the industries, and we are just keeping it as it is. So it will going to make a problem as it is poisonous, and that's why we have to degrade it. And on the other hand, these are going to extinct. So that's why hydrogen is nothing but the solution for these all problems that we discuss. In our college, in my research institute, we have such type of setups. So this is very simple setup here. In this is a, we called it as a photoreactor. These two images, this is from a lab, and this is under sunlight. Here light source is there, and light falls on this type of reactor where there is a catalyst is present, and H2S gas is being freshly generated over here. So as the H2S gas is generating, it is being passed into this reactor, and in presence of light, the degradation took place. Whatever the gas is coming out of here, and some of traps are there, and from this trap it goes into further this idiometer tube, which is graduated one, so we can measure the hydrogen, and similarly we can produce the gas over here also. And you may have seen the bubbles of this H2S gas, and the gas which is being produced, that is nothing but hydrogen. So very simple setup is there. So I just want to zoom in here. In this assembly we can produce the H2S gas by using iron sulfide and HCl, of course. When it passes to this reactor, there is a light source and it get degraded, and here idiometer tube is placed. So idiometer tubes is just for the measuring whatever the hydrogen that we are getting. And this is the setup which is present on roof top of the building, and here gases can be seen. This reactor, we have the catalyst and H2S gas, and here bubbles of hydrogen can be seen. On the other hand, we all know that now this textile industry people, they are using these uh, clothes and use the dyes to get colored, right? So these colored dyes, once they use it, they just throw this water to the any water reservoir through pipes, and aquatic life is in danger. So that's why we have very simple setup as compared to H2S generated setup. Here you can see only a light source of different wavelengths that we have, and here dye solution in on the magnetic stirrer I have taken. In presence of light, once the light falls on this reactor, there is a photocatalysis happening, and as the time passes, we can see the decolorization here, and again we can monitor using the UV spectrophotometer. We can say it is an decolorization, but when we took its mass, that time we found the fragmentation pattern, so we can say that it is nothing but degradation. This setup is present in our college, where we have a very systematically placed everything. Operation part is from outside only, and so it will be to avoid the UV radiation which are coming out of the that lamp. This pentacene quinone catalyst is like a precursor for this pentacene, and pentacene we might have heard it is a very good flexible devices can be produced from the pentacene. So earlier speaker he just have mentioned about such type of process where we have a diode and all type of devices, solar cell and all. So this catalyst is important, but this has limitation as it is a air sensitive. We just removed this, and instead of this we focused on this pentacene quinone. Pentacene quinone is with the very high molecular weight as well as melting point. So we have taken that compound, we have synthesized it in this compound, and we already published this work in American Chemical Society journal with different type of reaction parameters. Once we produce, we have characterized by using H1NMR, XRD, then same and various techniques that we have. After successful characterization, as we discuss hydrogen, so we have taken a H2S gas. These reaction conditions we have given in presence of xenon lamp, because this catalyst comes in the yellow color, so it's in visible region. So we have taken this lamp, and when we produced the hydrogen, we found that when we used it as an catalyst, 4848 micromole per hour per gram of hydrogen is produced, and this is again recycled, and we got almost similar type of result. So dye degradation also we carried out, and when we have with catalyst, that time its rate is increased almost like 4 of times. The rate is been enhanced, and all the watery color we can say from the dye is being getting. So up like before, like I think 4 5 years before we have this type of problem of corona, and I found one nature publication that they claiming some of the scientists that this type of disease and the parent coronavirus, it might be coming from this type of infected water. So that's why this type of work has a potential for getting a good type of water purification result. Again, when we put this pentasyncunone in TiO2, that is a titanium dioxide, by wet impregnation method, of course. So we can see a pentasyncunone, and over the pentasyncunone surface, tiny 25 nanometers TiO2 nanoparticle can be seen over here. This is the confirmation by using a transmission electron microscope. And when we compared its photocatalytic results, we got a elevated type of result. And so the reason is that they are acting as a symbiotically, both catalyst PQ and TiO2, they are helping each other, and that's why when we added pentasyncunone over the surface of TiO2, the rate of hydrogen production is got enhanced. These two are different works. Here we have synthesized composite, and here it is a coupling. So the difference is that composite means we are either taking a weight ratio or some mole ratios. Here we have taken just a difference in this stoichiometry we have changed, and you can see a like a quantum dots of TiO2 have been produced over the surface of pentasyncunone. No doubt we published it in RSC Journal of Material Chemistry A, and after this work, then like after 6 months only, one Chinese guy, he used this catalyst over the more molybdenum sulfide, and he produced the water splitting type of application he did. So I can say that this particular organic catalyst, when combined with inorganic material, it can be useful for dye degradation, that is water purification, as well as the hydrogen generation. So this is about organic and nanocomposite. Now we move to the polymer nanocomposite. So recently one of my student, wonderful, he synthesized this polymer, and this is very common polyaniline type of uh, polymer. Its synthesis method is not new. It almost, I guess, literature is saying that this is the polyaniline is highest paper producing material or polymer we have prepared. We have fully characterized it by using different characterization techniques, also found out its band gap, and then we utilized it for the morphological characterization, and we degraded different type of dyes. So rhodamine crystal violet, saffronin and aniline blue type of dyes we have degraded. Here some 4 into 10 raised to 4 type of rate constant that we have found. So that reason is the functional group and how easily the structure can be getting broken down. So this type of work that we got result which are like good, and we recently published this paper in 2025 only. So these are the results. After that, we choose to take a vanadium pentoxide, which is synthesized by using this method. We ammonium vanadate as precursor we have taken, and then simple addition of in situ polyaniline is prepared here, and then the on different weight ratios of V2O5 we have added into the polyaniline, and we have checked the characterized FTIR, then it's same. So same also gives us the idea that this long thread like part is nothing but polyaniline, and over the surface of polyaniline this VTI is prepared. We have again used some the different dyes for this composite, and this work is like been like a latest type of work. Similarly, few of my students, Ganesh, he's here, in Dhanashri and Gauri, they are synthesizing zinc ferrite for this polypyrrole composite, and they are already synthesized polypyrrole, and after characterization, the just now zinc ferrite is been prepared. So these are the precursor, and if you know that auto combustion method is there, so when we are heating it, this type of material is coming out of the beaker, and when we handle it carefully, we got this composite which we characterize. And one more, that is, why not combine both? So that's why we combined all together, and this nano composite is currently we are working on for the purification of water. Okay, so this slide is giving an idea that if you have any polymer or any type of organic compound, and if you put like nanoparticles over it, you will get a different type of application as an fruit. So when we had thought like a couple of years before, so if a person from materials, nano chemistry, physics and environment, if they come together and if they work together, then one material can be used for different application. Now we have moved to the some polymers, then graphene based material, ternary based material, and we are extending the application. Gas sensing report, we are going to report it in, like already been somewhere in pipeline, that manuscript is there. So in conclusion is that if you have this type of compound which has a specific band gap, and in presence of this nanoparticle, we can produce it very good type of nano composite. And we are moving toward the making this as a commercialize in the large scale. So up to 1 liter or more than 1 liter, we have this reactor system, and in means near future we are going to get a good quality of dye that can get degraded by using the similar method. Okay, thank you very much for listening. If you have